I've got an idea. I'm gonna post content on the internet about parenting because it's never been done before. No, but I am gonna start a fatherhood vlog, I guess. Fatherhood is a coming for me. It's a coming for me like a freight train that can't be stopped. And I am like the woman that is tied up with ropes on the train tracks, and I'm about to be run over by this unstoppable, merciless force known as fatherhood. My wife is 2 weeks away at most, right? So she's full term, so it could be any time. It could be today. There's a lot of thoughts running through my head. I'm just gonna share a couple thoughts about things that I am afraid of, because I think it's healthy, to express those fears. I have lots of joys about being a father, like tons of joys. They way outweigh the fears. Way outweigh the fears. And I'm gonna get to that in the next video. One of the fears that I have is seeing my wife in labor. Yeah, I'm nervous about that. She has a low threshold for pain, admittedly. And I've definitely never seen her in the amount of pain that I'm going to see her in. I don't want to see the woman that I love in that kind of pain. I feel like that's going to be tough for me to watch. But I'm hoping that in crisis mode, I'll be a little more, a little less concerned about myself and more concerned about just getting her through it. So I think I'll be okay, but that is a nagging fear in the back of my head. Another fear is, speaking of the labor and delivery, I do not know how I'm going to react to everything that happens in there. I honestly feel like I could be completely fine, or I feel like I could pass out and just immediately just hit the floor, and be more of a liability. Like that's my deal. I don't want to be a liability to my wife who's giving birth to my son. Like I don't want to be more of a burden. Like, oh, we have to take care of Matt and Courtney. Like that's not cool. I want to be helpful, and I'm not helpful if I'm unconscious on the ground. So I'm like really hoping that I can just be supportive and stay awake. And okay, so confession, I have never changed a diaper, much less a poopy diaper, much less a rancid, swampy, yellow, green diaper that's filled with oozing feces, creeping in every crevice of the baby, every fold. There's feces in there. Yeah, I trust. I know how it goes, man. I've seen it. I've seen the poopy diapers. I just haven't changed them. So I'm a little worried about that. Not that I'm scared to change a poopy diaper. I mean, it's gonna be my own son. I really don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal because it's my flesh and blood. My thing is, okay, so if you've ever seen the British guy on YouTube trying to change his daughter's diaper, and he keeps gagging and he eventually pukes while he's trying to change his daughter's diaper, that is me. Okay. For some reason, whenever I catch a whiff of a baby's business, I just start gagging, man. It's not that I get nauseated, okay? It's just that the reflex is triggered. Just catch a little whiff and start doing that, and so I'm worried about that. Not because I'm worried about gagging. I mean, whatever, I'll power through it. I just want to be efficient. I don't want to be an inefficient diaper changer having to puke every time. I don't need a spill bucket by the changing table, okay? You know what I mean? I want to get used to that so that I can just do it. So I'm a little concerned about that. But I'm sure, that's probably one of the least of my concerns. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I know you think you know what you're saying.
If I puke, I puke, man. Whatever. I know I'm going to get judged for this, but I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is a fear of mine. I'm kind of scared that this baby's going to take over my life. And there's a selfish part of me, not going to lie, that thinks that I'm never going to be able to accomplish any of my goals ever again. There's no rational basis for me to feel this way, because I know that there are tons of people who have kids and have very rewarding family lives and also are successful in other parts of their life. I mean, for me, I am, I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I care a lot about my career. I care a lot about my creative work. I care a lot about my music, and these are things that are super important to me, and my wife knows this, and so there is this fear in the back of my head that I just can't seem to shake, that I'm just never ever gonna have time for those things again, and that I'm essentially just going to, my life is gonna be consumed with taking care of this kid. Man, I'm nervous about that. As a matter of fact, I might say that's my biggest fear. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that is probably my biggest fear, that my life will be consumed. I'll never have time for anything else ever again, including my marriage. Hello, like that's bigger than any hobby that I have, and because I know a lot of couples, they have the baby and the baby becomes the darling of the family, and dad gets married to the work and mom gets married to the baby, and then the baby baby grows up and the baby moves away, and now they don't know who they are and they don't know each other, and that's how divorces happen. So I mean, I'm nervous about that. I am very nervous about the baby consuming my life. And it might be a reality, and if the baby consumes my life, whatever, dude, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to be a good dad, but that's a fear. I want to do more of the vlog, but I want to make sure my wife's cool with it, and I want to make sure that people actually like it. So if you like this, let me know. I would love to do more. It's fun to talk about this stuff, and I get to practice my video editing skills and all that cool stuff, and just documenting the journey, man. So let me know if you like it, and I'll see you on the other side of fatherhood. Bye.